Hello, my name's Paul.
Hi, my name's Rachel.
And we are the English Language Lab. And this is our business English podcast, Bizpod.
We're going to try to teach you everything you need to know about business English.
So, whether you need English for job hunting, presentations, meetings, or any other form of communication, you have come to the right place.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy Bizpod. Hi everybody, it's Bizpod in June and we're all very, very hot.
It was 42 degrees outside.
I know, so thank goodness we're inside.
Yeah. Anyway, today we are going to be talking about a fairly new phenomena for most people, webinars.
Okay, and how they're different to workshops and summits and all things like that.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, an interesting story to get us going. One of my students who works in marketing was pre-COVID times. His main job in the marketing section, marketing department, was to organise big events.
Oh wow!
Or to sort of go and be like on a stand at a big event around the world. But obviously, with this COVID pandemic thing, they couldn't do that, and they had to perhaps pivot. I think is a good word. I like the word pivot, and do their marketing in a different way. And their strategy has now become, and I think this will be their strategy going forward, is to do webinars.
Okay.
Yeah, or kind of like live sort of training sessions. Instead of, so I think the cost of doing a webinar is minuscule compared to the sort of budget required to sort of take, 10 people, loads of equipment and machinery to a big city, somewhere in Germany, for example, put everyone up in hotels. So the cost is obviously minuscule compared to the old way of doing things. But I also think most people are finding the benefits are far greater.
Okay. So are they getting higher conversion rates, more leads, more business?
I don't necessarily think more, but it's certainly not less than what they were getting before.
Okay, but the guys don't get the kick of going on a business trip and hanging out in a nice hotel and getting all the perks of the free food and the bar and all of that, do they?
That's true. That's definitely true. But that wasn't the purpose of the company sending them on a trip to a big city, though, was it?
No, that's true. But what about this adage that most of the business is done in the bar?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, well, they also said that most business is done on the golf course.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how true that was or is or isn't, to be honest.
Okay. All right. Okay. So new phenomenon. But what about things like, how does a webinar different to a workshop or a summit?
I don't know. Webinar, workshop, summit, kind of all mean the same thing, would you say?
Well, I always think like a webinar is a limited online experience. So I'm thinking of in hours. I always think a workshop is something over days, and a summit is meant to be lots of professional people all coming together and sharing their knowledge. That's my understanding, but I could be wrong.
I don't know. I suppose a webinar really is it's a one-way event. You're a presenter presenting to a variety of people, whoever and wherever they are. So I think a webinar is really sort of one-way traffic. You are watching a presentation.
Okay.
Perhaps a workshop. Workshop to me implies interaction.
Right.
And I suppose a summit implies interaction as well.
Yeah, a group of experts.
Yeah, like you and me, we are experts. Is this our summit?
Yes, Paul, we're having a summit, a June summit of Bizpod.
Excellent,
Okay.
Excellent. So, I think recently, Rachel, you have been to a summit.
I have attended a summit. I wouldn't say I'd been to it because I was still at home.
Yeah, because it was online, obviously. Okay, so the summit, how would you describe the summit that you went to?
It was for online teachers, and it was a collection of professionals who were offering their advice.
Okay. So that's where you get the idea of the summit from?
Yes. Yes, but
Okay.
I've also attended a workshop.
Okay.
In fact, you attended the workshop too.
Did I?
Yes, it was a 25-day dog training workshop.
Ah, okay. That was a training course, wasn't it?
Was it?
See, I don't know.
Ah,
I don't know. I think the name that people give these things, they just choose a name that sounds good.
but we were training the dogs. They weren't training us. It was a
Okay.
workshop to impart information to us, and then
Yeah.
we went away to train the dog.
Okay, yeah. Okay, a workshop. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure our dogs have trained us, though, to be honest.
Okay. What about you? Have you attended anything? But hang on, you held a workshop, or was it a webinar?
Yeah, I'm thinking sort of within the descriptions that we've given, probably what I've hosted. I've done 2 of them so far. I think they were really webinars.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I called them lessons.
Okay.
You know, a free online lesson.
Mm-hmm.
But really, it was me giving the lesson. There was the element of interaction with the chat and things like that, but it was really one way. So I think it was me hosting a webinar,
Okay.
which happened to be an English lesson for people.
Okay. But now you've put this online for people to have a look at. So maybe our audience could go and have a look at it and then tell you whether they think it's a workshop or a webinar or a lesson.
Yeah, they can. It's on YouTube. We'll give them the link
Okay, good.
for the recording.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think it's a webinar,
Okay.
really.
Okay.
I think a workshop should definitely be more interactive.
Okay. So going forward, do you think now things are going to be more online? Do you think people have permanently shifted the way that they are going to interact with their audiences?
I think for the vast majority of people, yeah, I think sort of, and I don't just think it's like, Facebook advertising and stuff like that. I don't really know how that works or whether that works. But I certainly think the idea of sort of the webinar or the workshop online is an idea that most companies are embracing because really it was the only way for them to market,
Okay.
to do marketing.
So talking about English there, do you think then the stress has come off the attendee to speak good English, and extra pressure or additional stress has been put on the person hosting it to deliver in English?
Oh, yeah. Well, I imagine that most of the webinars or workshops that are being done, I would guess, hazard that a lot of them are being done in English. So yeah, I suppose as a presenter or a host, our students, if they are involved in this, would want to make sure their English is not perfect, but obviously adequate for the presentation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More so than a one-to-one chat at a stand in an event.
Yeah, because I suppose you are on a screen, and
Ah.
it's like being on TV, isn't it?
A bit more
Being in a movie.
professional, isn't it? Got to
Yeah.
be slick.
Yeah, but I also think that the people who are watching or attending, if it is being given in English, then they obviously want there to learn something. So their English needs to be of a level where they can understand.
Okay. Yeah. Although with online, you can have the support of subtitles, of additional documents you can download, transcripts.
Yeah, sure. Hopefully, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's an interesting subject.
Okay. Well, maybe people could tell us if they've attended any online workshops, webinars, summits, lessons.
Yeah.
what
Maybe
they
if
think.
you've attended one of mine,
Hey,
that'd be very interesting.
give us some feedback.
Yeah, and I tell you what we should do. We should do more webinars ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe the Bizpod for July could be a Bizpod webinar.
Well, that'd be interesting to try, wouldn't it?
Let's have a go.
Okay.
All right.
We'll have a go. We'll see you in July.
Yeah, we'll see you. Oh my God.
More details to follow, I think, on that one.
Bye.
Bye.